Tough pitches. McCann drives one to deep left field. Back goes Palacios at the wall. It's out of here. James McCann with a monstrous three.
Hi, everybody. This is the Baseball Hype, the amazing, spectacular, terrific, a great one, the People's Champion, your host. Now, obviously, with the New York Mets, they're going home early, but we're still going to do content for you here, because I know you care about the Mets, you love the Mets, you don't believe that it's a waste of time watching them, like the assholes on WFN have said. So you want that Mets content. You want to know what the Mets are going to do to win a World Series. Now, even though this season ended in disappointment, we're one step closer with this ownership group and with this group. And when the Mets finally win it, a lot of these players aren't going to be here. Some players will be here, but some are not going to be here. But Mets, this is the first step. 2022 was a stepping stone, a rock, a beginning point for this group. It's not the end. Do not believe that the Mets are in shambles. That is a BS story put out by the media here in New York, if you're living in New York. Let's talk about James McCann. He has been one of the worst players in baseball the last 2 years with the Mets. The Mets brought him in here to be an everyday player. He has been a disaster. He did not have a good first year with the team. He hit 195 in his second year in 2022. And defensively, he's got a good arm. But the other parts of his defense is not good. He cannot block any balls in the dirt. Too many wild pitches, too many pass balls. Cannot hit. His OPS plus for 2022 was 55. 100 is the average for a major league player, so he was 45% lower than any major league player. Well, the average one. Now, the Mets have Francisco Alvarez and Tomas Nido as the other catchers. McCann did not get a start in the 3 playoff games against the San Diego Padres. Nido got them. And Nido, even though he can't hit, he does other things well. He calls a good game. His defense is solid. A guy that only had 1 sacrifice bunt in his career had 12 in 2022. So there are positive things to his game that's been emphasized with Buck Showalter as manager. And obviously, Mets have Francisco Alvarez, the big prospect, the number 1 prospect in baseball. He was not ready. They weren't ready to call him up. He probably shouldn't have called him up for the last 6 games of the season. It was probably unfair for them to do that. But James McCann is on borrowed time now. He should not be coming back next year. That was a bad deal. Not so much the money, but more the years to give a backup catcher that only had really a year and a half of good offense. Not great offense, but average to good offense. It wasn't worth it. And he's frustrating to watch, the pop-ups and the swings and misses and the double plays. I think this group, and I think particularly Buck Showalter, has moved on. There's a reason why he was on a bad team with the Tigers. Sometimes bad players will be on bad teams. So I think the Mets are going to have to eat some of this contract. He's not going to release. Anyone says he's going to release, the Mets are going to release. They're not going to do that. What they'll have to do is probably trade him, perhaps for a prospect, for another, or in some kind of trade for something of value, or they just trade him for another bad contract. But I don't think he's coming back. And but you let me know what you think about that. Let me know what you think about this video. It's gonna be a fun off season, as you know. The off season's always fun, and I'm not letting up. So if you want Mets content, you're going to get it here. And I want to thank you all for coming by. Please subscribe, and I'll see you later.